Okay, so we've just got some huge news for the Amazing Spider-Man comics, and that is that they're going to be killing Spider-Man? What does this mean for the character and the story as a whole? Well, let's talk about it. But before we get into that, I want to urge you guys to subscribe to the channel. Let's push for 30,000 subscribers. We're on the road to that goal. Also, join us on this mission, on this journey against Marvel Editorial to try and break through to them about the problems that we all have with ASM and how much we love Ultimate Spider-Man and how that should be basically the main continuity. With that being said, let's get straight into the video. So Marvel has recently announced that they are going to be telling a story after the finale of Zeb Wells' run called The 8 Deaths of Spider-Man. Yes, it is as sinister as it sounds. And essentially this story will be a 10-issue arc spanning over probably 2025, which will tell this story of how Spider-Man dies. And this will be the direct continuation of Zeb Wells' run, which will end later this year with a final run of Tombstone-related comics. So that begs the question, are they actually going to kill Spider-Man? Well, by the looks of things, they actually will. But why? Let's just say they do kill Spider-Man in the ASM books. Why would they be doing this? I mean, it's not like Spider-Man hasn't died before and come back to life. Superior Spider-Man being a massive example of this. But why exactly would they be doing it? Well, I've got two reasons that I theorize as to why they might actually be pushing this story. Number one, the more unlikely option, but I think still could happen, they might actually be replacing Peter Parker with Miles Morales. Now, this seems entirely unlikely and even slightly delusional considering Marvel Editorial as we've known them for the past 20 years or so, but it still could be an option. Considering the success of Greg Weisman's Spectacular Spider-Man, there is a chance that potentially Miles Morales could step up to be the more younger, youthful, and front and center Spider-Man of the 616 universe after the death of Peter Parker. And then eventually when Peter is reintroduced to the comic books once again, he will take more of a back step and they will focus more on his family, more on him growing up, and tell more mature and older stories with the character. Now yes, this seems like Fantasyland, but Marvel has seen the success with Ultimate Spider-Man written by Jonathan Hickman, and has seen the success that Miles Morales can have with Spectacular Spider-Man. So I don't think it's out the realms of possibility, even as unlikely as it is. But the second and probably more likely option is that they're going to do some sort of soft reboot with the character. It won't just be any sort of soft reboot, it probably will be some sort of major reboot. I reckon we're going to get a new #1 with a brand new writer, a brand new philosophy, and some brand new stories for Spider-Man. And I reckon the way that they're going to do this is that they're going to kill him off and then somehow bring him back to life with a bunch of elements in the universe change around him. So different characters will change, they'll probably get rid of Paul, they'll probably change a bunch of stuff about Mary Jane, they'll probably change a bunch of stuff about Black Cat and surrounding characters. And I reckon that's what it'll be to set the 616 universe Spider-Man up for something a little bit different. At this moment in time, I just want to say that's just a theory. We don't actually know anything about this new run, this new arc that he's going to be going on at this moment in time. All we know is that it's going to be 10 issues long and it's going to follow on directly from Zeb Wells' run when it ends. Also, another thing that has come out of this that I really want to talk about is the fact that this is going to be written by Joe Kelly. Basically, if you guys aren't caught up on any major news to do with the Spider-Man comics, it was announced, well, leaked should I say, that Joe Kelly was going to be writing the new Amazing Spider-Man run after Zeb Wells has ended. However, by the looks of things, he's only going to be an interim writer for the series. We know Joe Kelly has already written for Amazing Spider-Man on Zeb Wells' run. In particular, he was famous for writing the "MJ is my sister" quote that everyone hated from issue 19. Yep, none of us forgot that. But either way, it looks like he's going to be taking over as an interim writer, as it's only been confirmed he's going to be the head writer of 10 issues so far. Which means Marvel are more likely looking for a more permanent replacement after the 10-issue arc is done to carry that new #1. Who that would be, I'm not entirely sure. I would really like it to be Jed McKay, but I actually have a video on this specific topic as well, discussing who I would like to take over from Zeb Wells permanently to write Amazing Spider-Man. And I think this is all very interesting, and I think we also have to consider that if Joe Kelly's 10-issue arc of killing Spider-Man goes really well, there is a chance that he could actually be the permanent writer to carry Amazing Spider-Man forward as well. And I really hope what Joe Kelly produces is really good, because us Amazing Spider-Man fans from the 616 universe, we are absolutely gagging for something good in this book. But I did think that was very interesting, and I don't think Joe Kelly will be the permanent writer on Amazing Spider-Man. It is very likely that he will be an interim writer, and he'll end up getting replaced by someone different like Jed McKay, possibly even DeMatteis, we don't even know. We can only pray. As for the actual story of the 8 deaths of Spider-Man, we don't really have any information, like I said. We can only theorize by the themes of the book, the artwork that's been released, and the title itself. It seems like potentially there might be some sort of emphasis on characters dying around him, and then Spider-Man might end up dying himself by the end of the book. But that's all I can really grasp from it. I'm not really too sure exactly what the story will be, but when new information is revealed, I will be talking about it on this channel as I usually do. So make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that post notification bell, and I'll keep you up to date with everything to do with the Spider-Man comics. Here you can watch my video on who I would like to take over the Amazing Spider-Man books. Everyone from Jed McKay to DeMatteis, even Dan Slott, we discuss all the possible opportunities and writers that could take over. Thanks for watching. If you want to support the channel, consider becoming a member by clicking the join button down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, and peace.